Next thing we're going to do is see about slowing this fan down a little bit. I think before that I'm going to fire it up and just make sure that it isn't too loud, because these power supplies come in different revisions. See, this one is revision 7. And they may have, the designers may have changed the fan and made it run more quietly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to power these both up without getting my hands anywhere near the internals of this while it's open, and because of the power, AC power, and the safety risk, because I don't need to put my hands in there anyway. And I'm just going to see if the fans are very loud. That doesn't seem too loud to me. Let me power up a different pair of power supplies that I've done. Wow, I think that's a lot louder. Okay, the first power supply is upgraded, and let's do some checking. So my meter's ready to go. I'm gonna connect this one to the case. Yep, and gonna check it to the output, negative side, and I get nothing. So we have isolated it. Nothing on the positive either. And as a check, let's just make sure that the power input ground is still connected to the case. That's very important for safety. So I still have a connection there. So excellent. This one is done. So on the inside of this power supply, there's another thing that I thought I'd mention. These cables that go through this heatsink, they're plugged into the board, and there's no identification on the board that I can see that describes what those connections are. But on the very end of this power supply, you can see where the cables come through here. And they run up to the front. Well, what's going on up there? Well, if you can open the door here, and this door is you can open this door by pushing this clip down, and you open this door, and this is actually the handle to pull this out of the server rack. And underneath, next to below the power plug, there are these 3 LEDs. So this one looks like a universal symbol for power on or off. This one is probably a warning that something is wrong, and it looks like a fault, and maybe this one indicates that AC power is applied here. I don't know, and I don't have the information, and I don't care, because it just works. But if you have trouble with your power supply, you might want to look at those LEDs and try to figure out what they mean, and maybe that'll help you understand what went wrong. Also, when this is all done, and you have an isolated power supply like this, you don't need this handle. And what I've done in the past is I get a drill that's about an 1/8 inch diameter drill, and I put the drill here, and I drill that rivet out, and I drill that rivet out. This falls off, and then you can take pliers, bend that back and forth, and fatigue that tab, and it'll break off. And then take a metal file and round it off and smooth it, and do the same thing on this side with this ear or that tab, and then this is gone out of the way. Another thing you can do that's really going to be needed here, and you're going to see me do it, I think, is when you put two of these together, these tabs get in the way. Okay, a good way to pull these tabs out is not to twist them. What you do is you kind of go on one side, and then you push, kind of lift it up, and don't pull hard, and it'll come right out. So I'm kind of pushing that way, and now I'm trying to get about there, and sometimes the other end will slip in. You can just hold it. See, that came out one piece. Came out as one piece. So just hold it, and there you go. You don't even need to break them, and it comes out super easily. I'll do some more here just to make sure everybody's on board. So I didn't force it. Okay, one piece. So there you go. These come out in about 30 seconds. I think you could do all 6 without an issue. Alright, and then if you want to put them back in, you can.